Hello, folks. Anyone who's dialing in right now, welcome to our CUBUSA live stream CD release party here, live from Flickfly Studios, Jake Fleming's Flickfly Studios. Say hi, Jake.
Hey, hey.
We've got 13 songs tonight to go through. We'll paint a little picture for you of this experience that Jake and I have been working on intently for the past 6 years, and it's been a 10-year process for myself since first going to Cuba in 2011. And back at that point in time, was very fortunate to meet a gentleman who was the owner of a Casa Particular that I randomly found in Santiago and booked with for 10 nights, and his name is Juan Tejera. Juan really opened up the world for me in terms of culture and music in Cuba, and introduced me to a lot of great musicians and artists, and chiefly Achilles Jorge, who became a partner and kind of the third leg of this stool between Jake and I and Achilles, really putting this project together, and with all of Achilles' connections and his musicality, made this really become a reality. And then once we moved into Ruben Lester's studio in Santiago and brought in Rainier Casamayor, El Medico, that really has provided the nucleus of this project.
Hola, estamos aquí en Santiago de Cuba.
Rubén Lester.
Mi nombre es Rubén Lester. Aquiles Jorge, el mejor.
No.
Mi profesor de guitarra. When I was a child, cuando yo era pequeño, fue mi profesor de guitarra. Yo started rock and roll with him. Y entonces es like my father, you know.
Mi profesor de música.
Sí. Estamos trabajando en un proyecto precioso, llamado un proyecto necesario. Un proyecto que incluye a cualquiera, toda la persona aquella que tenga alguna sensibilidad con nuestra madre tierra, con los procesos que están ocurriendo, que la están hiriendo de alguna forma. Estamos haciendo un llamado con este proyecto a ayudar a poner nuestro granito de arena para mejorar nuestro medio ambiente y ponerlo verde así, tan bonito como está esto aquí. Y el proyecto Havana to Montana, o Montana to Havana Bridge, el proyecto The Bridge, es un proyecto para aunar esfuerzos y para aunar sensibilidades en pro de crear una sola fuerza para mejorar nuestro medio ambiente a través de las artes, de la música, de todo lo que se pueda hacer en pro de esto. Y acá el compañero Aquiles, the best, nos ha metido en este potaje, un potaje bellísimo con sus especias y con sus ajitos y sus cosas y sus especias cubanas, especias norteamericanas, especias africanas, especias de todo tipo, pero está rico el potaje. Y entonces estamos haciendo música variada, una mezcla de música del mundo, pero sobre todo música cubana y música norteamericana. Y espero que si ven esto, aquí le voy a explicar mejor que yo, que si ven esto, se pongan en contacto, den like, compartan, a ver si creamos una unión gigantesca, una fuerza vital, y podemos hacer que estas voces sean escuchadas worldwide, que podamos influir de alguna forma en la gente y en las personas que quizás tengan un poder superior para cambiar algunas cosas que deben ser cambiadas, como dice nuestro célebre y más grande.
Eso es. Tú has dicho algo importante, y es que no hay protagonista aquí, nadie es líder. El líder es el ser humano.
Cierto.
El planeta, el medio ambiente. Por eso nosotros reunimos como artistas, como músicos, para defender las relaciones humanas a través del arte, a través de la música. Y este proyecto no solamente incluye músicos, también incluye artes plásticas, poesía, de todo. Hemos tratado de unir diferentes culturas, como la cultura cubana, la cultura española, la cultura norteamericana. Hemos sacado a la luz los aborígenes cubanos, que muchos piensan que se extinguieron, y no es cierto, están acá en las montañas del oriente de Cuba, y eso ha salido a la luz, no solamente con el proyecto del Dr. Harman, sino con nuestro hermano Doug Wells from Montana. Y hemos logrado unir, tal vez por primera vez, la música de los indios americanos y lo que nosotros creemos que puede haber sido la música, la cultura, más que la música, la cultura, que es lo que nos quedó de los aborígenes, como realmente debe decirse, cubanos. Esto es para echar raíces, para crear las bases de una gran fraternidad que siempre hemos tenido entre el pueblo norteamericano, el pueblo cubano y el mundo entero. De esto se trata, de amistad, de paz y de amor. Viva la música, viva nuestro pueblo, viva el amor, viva la paz. Que Dios los bendiga a todos.
¿Ya? Bueno, mi gente, ya sin más, ya ustedes saben quién les habla, el médico, presentándonos aquí, señores. Este es un proyecto grandísimo, como bien habían explicado todos los músicos. Estoy de verdad muy agradecido de que me hayan incluido en este proyecto, gracias a mi hermano Aquiles, que estamos trabajando. Realmente hace muchos años estuvimos trabajando en un proyecto también muy bueno.
Tu película.
Exactamente, no quería decirlo porque bueno, pero mi película, El médico de Cuba, Story, estuvimos trabajando en eso, pero ahora me encuentro trabajando junto a ellos en un proyecto Havana, Montana, señores. Un proyecto que lleva de verdad algo muy interesante, como bien habían dicho, algo bastante instructivo, pero algo también con un mensaje positivo para las generaciones de hoy y del futuro. Es decir, todo el mundo sabemos que sin la tierra, sin nuestra madre tierra, nuestro planeta, nosotros no somos nada, le debemos la vida a nuestro planeta y tenemos que cuidarlo, tenemos que cuidar la flora, la fauna, el medio ambiente para las generaciones futuras. Por tanto y demás, ese es el mensaje que nosotros queremos dar artísticamente, musicalmente, y queremos decirles que está el proyecto abierto para todo el que quiera cooperar con nosotros, para todo el que nos quiera ayudar.
Clásico,
exactamente.
Rap, hip hop, rock and roll.
Aquí todo el mundo tiene su espacio. Por tanto, ya le explico nuevamente, yo soy un artista de la música urbana. No se crean que no se puede hacer nada con la música urbana. No, nosotros estamos haciendo demasiado, estamos experimentando cosas y estoy muy contento por la música que ellos me están obligando a hacer.
Un nuevo sonido.
Realmente un nuevo sonido, un nuevo feeling, algo un poquito, se puede decir que un poquito revolucionario.
Lo es revolucionario
exactamente,
en el sentido etimológico de la palabra.
Exactamente, estamos mezclando, señores, la música afro, ¿entiende? Pero también estamos mezclando todo lo que viene de nuestras raíces españolas, aborígenes, africanas. También está anglosajón, porque mira, aquí lo tienen un gringo, orichaoco, señores, ¿entiende? Y estamos haciendo una mezcla, una fusión bastante convencional, algo nuevo que yo sé que ustedes no lo van a agradecer, porque este es un mensaje de Cuba, Montana y para el mundo.
When I first came here in 2011, it was pretty much a dream of mine to travel to Cuba and experience the wonderful music here, being a percussionist and studying the rhythms of Cuba. I brought my bongos and had this adventure here. Turned into a collaboration with Aquiles and many other great musicians. Instead of building walls between nations, it's more important to build bridges and connect people. And we all share in this fight against climate change, and we also share in the love of music and culture. And this is an intercultural music collaboration. Our música CUBUSA, which is a blend of American and Cuban music. And with that, we want to bring in more people, more cultures, and we bring it all together to create this new sound.
Sin más, el médico. Abafortún.
¡Demencia!
Demencia. Ya usted sabe. Bombo clan. Bombo clan.
After a pretty rough 4 years, we've been focusing on building a bridge. And after a 62-year-long embargo that we've had on Cuba, and which has really gotten very, very difficult for them, we're really hoping that we can help try to influence a change in our policies. And on top of that, we've got tons of great musicians. We've got Johnny Sanders here, a bass player. It's also here tonight with us in the studio. Played on Yo Sé Bien.
Hi, I'm John. I played with CUBUSA. I love you.
Many other great musicians around Bozeman that we'll introduce throughout the evening. So we'll let that music really speak for itself this evening and show you the wide palette that we have really drawn from in terms of genre and styles and influences. And I want to take this moment to thank Jake Fleming. I could not have done this without Jake. We've gone a long way, and he's done a lot to make this happen. So thank you, Jake.
Absolute, my pleasure.
It's been quite a process and a very rich and rewarding one, and I think that will hopefully come through in the music tonight, and hopefully do our part in making some influences in working towards normalized relations with these great people of Cuba. So this is all about people to people, and that's what we're here for today. That's what this project is about, and we're celebrating that and our new future here in the U.S. with music. So what do you think, Jake? You have anything else to say, or should we start to move in talking about our first song?
Probably best not to give me an open window, but I do want to express my gratitude to Doug and all the Cuban musicians and all of the Montana musicians who have poured their heart and their talent into this, and patience to bring together a whole bunch of different puzzle pieces. But I promise you, we did build this bridge. What the audience doesn't see, and I think what they're longing to see and clamoring for sometimes, is what did they do? How did they write this song? How did this all come together? The mystery behind the music. And so thank you, Doug, for bringing that opportunity to be in the mystery of such a rich experience, resulting in a rich album.
Turn up your stereo so you can feel the great rhythms out of Cuba.
In a very distant world, floating 90 miles away, paradise is waiting outside Guantanamo Bay. Steady Cuban clave of a Buena Vista cover, rhythm of Santiago, America rediscovered. Building a bridge from Havana to Montana.
Es un mundo que flota 90 millas, Guantánamo afuera, paraíso que espera. Sensores que imitan al club Buena, el ritmo de Santiago redescubren los turistas. Pocos enemigos y sin mucho amor, de muchas otras madres, hermanos somos todos. Somos soñadores, la esperanza en nuestro don. Esto es un puente de Montana a La Habana, de ida y de vuelta de La Habana hasta Montana. Este es mi puente de Montana hasta La Habana, de ida y de vuelta de Montana hasta La Habana.
Invaded by Spain and Catholics and gold, banned by the U.S., relations turn cold. Jose Marti bleeds while Martin Luther sings. Guantanamera, let freedom ring.
Building a bridge from Montana to Havana. Building a bridge from Havana to Montana. Building a bridge from Montana to Havana.
Building a bridge from Havana to Montana.
Por España invadida, católicos y oro, América prohíbe, la guerra se enfría. Marqueón sangrando, el Luther cantando. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, suene la libertad.
Why believe in bad, good, right, or wrong? They suffer the consequences way too long. Simply happy people living peaceful, gentle lives. Spanish-Cuban men dance with Afro-Cuban wives.
Children and enemies and all lovers, for sisters and brothers born in different mothers. Colors, dreamers, hope and Mariana. Building a bridge from Montana to Havana. Building a bridge from Havana to Montana. Building a bridge from Montana to Havana.
We're building a bridge from Havana to Montana.
No importa tu credo, si es blanco o es negro, solo un sufrimiento que debe parar. Somos gente de paz, cubanos, hispanos, queriendo bailar al mismo compás. Pocos enemigos y mucho amor, de muchas otras maneras, hermanos, somos hoy. Somos soñadores, la esperanza es nuestro don. Este es un puente de Montana hasta La Habana, y de vuelta de La Habana hasta Montana. Este es mi puente de Montana hasta La Habana, te brindo mi puente de Montana hasta La Habana.
Sexy salsa dancers and those cracking conga drums. Let us buy Cuban cigars, let us drink the rum. Bridal music frees our nation's cherished martyrs, safely spanning yesterday's shark-infested waters.
Children and enemies and all lovers, for sisters and brothers born in different mothers. Colors, dreamers, hope and Mariana. Building a bridge from Montana to Havana. Building a bridge from Havana to Montana. Building a bridge from Montana to Havana.
Building a bridge from Havana to Montana.
Bailarines de salsa, repite un bongo, compremos habanos y Habana Club Ron. Nuestros héroes se expresan en clave de sol, no seamos comida de aquel tiburón. Pocos enemigos y sin mucho amor, de muchas otras madres somos tú y yo. Somos soñadores, la esperanza es nuestro don. Y aquí está mi puente de Montana a La Habana, de ida y vuelta de La Habana hasta Montana. Este es el puente de Montana hasta La Habana, de ida y vuelta de La Habana hasta Montana. Aquí está mi puente de Montana hacia La Habana. Este es mi mano de La Habana hasta Montana. Este es mi puente de Montana hacia La Habana.
My name is Chris Cundy. I live in Bozeman, Montana, and I play CUBUSA music.
Good. Well, that was Building a Bridge, our first song. And our next song that we have coming up is called Mama Hot. And I wrote a couple of the lyrics to a couple of songs, climate-related songs, and this was one of them. And one of the things I wanted to happen was the song not to be depressing. I mean, I wanted to be, we try to do very inspired music and ecstatic music, and kind of believe that, you know, through a positive feel that you can put together a positive message, even though it's a very daunting one. And so when I wrote that, the lyrics to this, I sent it down to my Cuban friends, Rainier and Ruben, and said, make this song cool. You know, make this fun, but, you know, put this message in there. So they did their thing, wrote some Spanish lyrics to go along with the English lyrics, and put the song together. And then we filmed it, had some great Cuban dancers show up, and so you get to enjoy that as well today. So here's Mama's Hot.
Yeah, one technical note. This is one of the two tracks on the album that did not. We could not improve on them. They were fully put together. We liked the sound. So this one is straight out of Cuba. The collaboration happens in the writing, but this is one super hot production right out of Santiago.
So that was a fun song, fun watching those great Cuban dancers, and we'll have more dancers from right here in Montana. We got some great dancers as well, which you'll see coming up in some future songs. This next tune coming up is called Take Me Back, and this was pretty fun because I took down 2 songs with me with the intention of playing these songs for my Cuban friends and then saying, you do your version of a country tune. A Cuban's version of an American country tune. So I took down 2 songs. One was Jolene, and the other was Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. And I had them listen to that, and then, like we did a lot of our songs, we just created things on the fly in one day. And this was one that we did, and we did the parts down here, brought it back, and got Kaylee Armstrong singing the vocals to match up with Ruben here, and Jake did some beautiful bass and guitar work. This is Take Me Back.
just taking my time with you. Time's turning me blue. Why did it step away? Why didn't I stay? This day was this time, baby. Take me back, I wanna get it back. Take me back, I gotta get it back again. Take me back, I wanna get it back. Take me back, I gotta get it back again.
Time, just give me one sign, loving me before. These times never more. So please give me back with you to a time never knew. I gotta get it right next.
Ya sé lo que voy a hacer para nuevamente regresar contigo y tú serás mi mujer. Muchas cosas lindas voy a hacer contigo. Voy a darte mi amor y mi corazón. Una noche más solo junto tú y yo. Yo seré tu jardín pero tú mi flor. Regrésame a tu lado, te lo pido mi sol. Diana, cada vez que me despierte en la mañana y te miro nuevamente y me dan ganas de repetir lo bello que hicimos en la almohada. Juliana,
Take me back, I wanna get it back. Take me back, I gotta get it back again. Take me back, I wanna get it back. Take me back, I gotta get it back again.
come on! Everybody with me, follow me. Are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, come on!
Take me back, I wanna get it back. Take me back, I gotta get it back again. Take me back, I wanna get it back. Take me back, I gotta get it back again.
Our next one that we have coming up is called CUBUSA, which is end up being the name of our band. We started off the Montana Havana Bridge project, and then but thought we needed a band name. Cubans refer to the United States as USA a lot, and so the whole general feeling of this song was really a matter of listening to one another and the fact that we all like the same things in life, and this whole spirit of this project being Cuban and American music, and so that's where the idea of CUBUSA. And this one is done in a 6/8 meter, which is my favorite rhythm really to play as a percussionist. And so one day I got to go in and lay down some conga on this, and we did this song, and this is CUBUSA.
You mentioned the band, putting the band together. We have another of our Montana band members here hanging out. Garrett, can you bring in Johnny? Hey, there he is. Yeah. So Johnny played bass on some tracks in here. I don't think this one, but you'll be seeing him later. All right.
All right.
Or hearing him. Maybe you didn't see him. Yeah. Say hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Esto es CUBUSA, CUBUSA,
Montana. My name is Rainier Casamayor Griñán. I'm from Santiago de Cuba City. My artist name is El Médico because I am a doctor here in Cuba. I know that music is the best medicine for improving relations between Cuba and USA. Viva Music CUBUSA! El Médico!
Fantastic.
We're back. Fantastique.
Fantastic.
All right. Here we are back again.
Hey, we just got a call in from Cuba.
Yes, Rainier Casamayor, El Medico, you saw us singing there. Just gave a call in, and I was excited to see this all happening tonight. Very enthusiastic. I also getting calls from Ruben Lester. I missed his call, so maybe we'll get these guys back and I can put them in the camera here so you get a chance to see these great Cubans here on this live stream. So, but anyway, that was CUBUSA, and our next song that we have coming up is called Abs Are Original, and we have actually a little clip here we'll show of Jake talking about this song and kind of giving you a sense of how this project works and how these songs are formed.
Hi, I'm Jake Fleming. I'm the director of music for a project called the Montana Havana Bridge Project. This is an intercultural music project, and we are inventing a new style of music, or at least we like to think so, called CUBUSA, including traditional musics of Cuba and traditional musics of America, such as blues, country, rock, and Afro-Cuban, son, and all of this great salsa music that makes people dance. We're tackling some climate themes and some socio-political themes in the music as well, in an attempt to build this bridge between the two cultures so that we can have better relations, celebrate our likenesses, celebrate our differences through the music. And so we're digging back as far as we can, into the earth as far as we can, from the Taino Indians in Cuba to the Crow Indians in Montana, blending together in original music. Nothing traditional or covered here. This intercultural collaboration is super cool. One track may start in Montana, or it may start in Cuba. Inevitably, it reaches the other destination and tracks are put on top. And then it's all blended together, sorted through and mixed and turned into a track. Each one of the songs in this project is like a microcosm of the whole project. They start with a little seed, just an idea, either a lyric or a musical motif. For instance, Abs Original starts in Montana with a Native American Crow Indian chant. A song played on a drum, just a simple, beautifully sung melody and a drum. That travels to Cuba via my collaborator, Doug Wales, takes it over there. They listen to it, they're affected by it, and then they lay some music on top of that, and in comes a Taino, native of Cuba, and chants on top of that, and suddenly we've got music going back thousands of years, and this leading a parade of what will become a swirling energy of percussion, Cuban percussion, and funky guitar on top of that, and then the brass kicks in, and in the midst of all of that, this Chinese trumpet that is traditional in Cuba, and this is the nature of CUBUSA.
When the sun goes down, won't you come with me? We'll go round dancing all night. Hey ya, hey da, hey ya, oh ha da. Hey ya, ha, hey yo, ha yo.
una sola raza. Vamos a pensar como una raza, todo a bailar como una sola raza. Cuidémonos como una raza. Como una raza. Mama, arroya, dale, mi. Todas son así, todas son así. Dile a esa gente que nosotros estamos aquí. Todas son así, todas son así. Dile a esa gente que nosotros estamos aquí. Mama, uy. ¿Qué es esto? Mira. ¡Uy! De Montana para Quilombo. Todas son así, todas son así. Dile a esa gente que nosotros estamos aquí. Todas son así, todas son así. Dile a esa gente que nosotros estamos aquí. Ya me fui, ya me voy de Santiago hasta Montana. Conmigo no se te guarda, que voy a hacer lo que me da la gana. Repito, todas son así, todas son así. Dile a esa gente que nosotros estamos aquí. Todas son así, todas son así. Dile a esa gente que nosotros estamos aquí. ¡Uy, mamá!
Hi, this is Shane Doyle from Bozeman, Montana, and I just want to say thank you for supporting our CUBUSA music project. This project helps preserve our cultures and our planet through climate change awareness.
You know, the whole climate awareness thing is very important for Cubans as well as us here in the United States. They're right there in the major hurricane path, and so when I talk about climate awareness and music, supporting that awareness and action to do something about it, it's very much top of mind for Cubans as well. And so they were very much into helping create some of these musical compositions like Mama Hot, and then an upcoming song, Sensual Blue, that we'll get to in a moment. Somebody asked a question, wrote in asking how many people are involved and musicians on this project, and I think last time I counted was close to 50. And so
Wow.
probably a good dozen, 14 from 16 maybe from Montana, and then the balance from Cuba. So lots of different folks, and we want those numbers to grow. We want more musicians to join in on this project, both here and there. The next song coming up here is called Dime. Here, Achilles grew up playing classical music and has performed at the highest levels, receiving dignitaries. He's very well known there as a classical guitarist. He's also a rock and roll fiend. And but here I really wanted him to do a song showing his flamenco style. So I talked him into it one day. He said, well, there's this girl who's a high school student, and she's in my church, and she's got a really nice voice, and she sings flamenco style. And he said, I've never worked with her before, but how about if we invite her to come down and see how she does? And I said, great. So this is Lorena Hechavarria Maluve, and she comes into the studio, a tiny studio with 7 old guys ranging from 35 to 70 years of age, and she's cool as a cucumber, and I'll let you be the judge of how she did. So that's Lorena Hechavarria Maluve. That was the first time she ever recorded any music. When she came in, she said, I've never recorded anything before. she pretty much owned all of us. This next song here that we're going to work into is a song called Yo Sé Bien. It was written by Alejandro Zamora. And this is a student of Achilles who lives now in Havana. And so we told him about the project. And he said, you know, I have a song that I started writing that I hadn't finished at the time, and called Yo Sé Bien. And it was a song that he said, I know what Americans like about Cuba, and I know what I like about America. And this song that we got the chance to really pull in a bunch of our local musicians, like Johnny Sanders here plays the bass, did a wonderful job on the bass on this song, as well as Drew Fleming, a great drummer here in town, and Chris Kundi, who you saw playing the B3 organ, and then Paige Rasmussen is the female vocalist, as well as Jake doing some sax, and put together the rest of this track based on the guitar and vocal work that Alejandro did. And this is Yo Sé Bien.
Hola, hola, sí, señoras y señores, la combinación perfecta, Cuba y Estados Unidos, unidos por la música, en un abrazo eterno. Viva CUBUSA, viva la música.
Yo sé bien, yo nadie esté, lo que te gusta a ti de mi país. Yo sé bien lo que me gusta a mí de tu país. Yo sé bien, yo nadie esté, lo que te gusta a ti de mi país. Yo sé bien lo que me gusta a mí de tu país. De Cuba mi son me atrapa, la salsa, el bolero, también el changüí. Mi rico café, el tabaco y su gente, sus nobles sonrisas, su andar diferente. El sol que te abraza entre espumas y playas, el ron con su aroma, sus altas montañas, sus altas montañas. Yo sé bien, United, lo que te gusta a ti de mi país. Yo sé bien lo que me gusta a mí de tu país. A la yo sé bien, United, lo que te gusta a ti de mi país. Yo sé bien lo que me gusta a mí de tu país. El mundo bailó con tu rock and roll, la furia de él y su baile y su voz. lo que te gusta a ti de mi país. Yo sé bien lo que te gusta a ti de mi país. Yo sé bien, United States, lo que me gusta a mí de tu país. Yo sé bien lo que me gusta a mí de tu país.
Hello everyone. This is Paige Rasmussen from Bozeman, Montana. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for exploring CUBUSA with us. And we love you. Viva la música. Mwah.
I almost have that.
All right,
we're
Dan.
getting there. We're learning.
It's all right.
This is a learning experience for us here.
Kind of like that sound. It reminds me of gigs of the old days.
You like it. Yeah, you enjoy it.
Yeah, it reminds me of people that I've played with.
All right.
Yeah. That was Yo Sé Bien with Alejandro and Paige Rasmussen doing it up.
Yeah, nice work, Doug. That was the first time I saw that one.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was awesome.
That was a great baseball game between Santiago and Havana.
Yeah.
And Santiago had the better team, but they lost in that game at the end.
Ooh.
That's when I told you about the watching when they pulled one of their better hitters up for a pinch hitter who struck out, and at the end of the game there was this guy running out after the manager with a baseball bat.
Yeah, and Medicos.
And I asked Medico, I said, who is that? And he goes, that's the player who got pulled. And I said, he's chasing him with a bat. And he goes, yeah, he's mad.
But you asked him if it was okay, right? Is that like the right thing to do? Well, yeah, he's mad. You should chase him down with a bat.
So anyway, that was Yo Sé Bien. Now we're moving on to another song called Syncopa. And Syncopa is I would hear these guys talk a lot about syncopa and syncopation, and it really is very descriptive of Cuban music. And with the clave, that often 5-stroke pattern that really they structure their music around, and all the movement, the subdivision of time that Cubans have really exploited to its fullest potential, and that's why they round the corners, and the movement and how they dance and everything is all about syncopa. And so there was a rhythm that I liked, that I wanted to try to do, that starts on the end of 4, and so I snuck in before Joaquin, the real good drummer, came in and got Ruben to record this little segment of me doing this rhythm, and we built this song called Syncopa on top of that.
Lo nuevo es CUBUSA. CUBUSA, lo nuevo. La música del futuro. Besitos.
Como nosotros
When we work on this music, we are in this collaborative process, and what we do here in the States is different than how a lot of Cubans might do in mixed music. And the important distinction here is the fact that the clave is definitely very fundamental, as we talked about, to Cuban music, and but they live by it religiously. And we had mixed this song coming up called Medicine Drum, and at one point where we shifted from Paige's vocals that you'll hear into Rainier or Medico's vocals, we turned the clave around. We thought it sounded really cool. And
we thought it sounded cool, but maybe didn't even know we turned it around. But it still sounded really cool.
We liked the way it sounded, and when I took it down to them and they listened to it, they were into the song, and then that part comes up and they all kind of stop moving.
Maria?
Is the same girl from Montana Havana?
Maria.
What are you talking about?
And kind of looked at me out of the corner of their eye, and they were very polite about it, but eventually Medico said, "We have to fix that."
Oh, okay.
We need to change it out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Paige Rasmussen. She's awesome. And so here's him explaining to Jake how appreciative he is about Jake making that change. But what he's saying is that imagine if I'm in New York and I'm on stage and we're singing this song and then this happens.
Thank you so much for you try to fishing again.
Medicine drum.
Medicine drum. You know why, my brother? Because I was really fucking scared. I was thinking in my part. Did you imagine, my brother, in New York during the performance, the people start dancing in my part when I start to doing rap. What? The people dancing up. So when my part finished, they continue dancing. Oh my God, my brother. Thank you so much, man, to keep on the beat.
El médico.
Jimbe from Ghana calling the world, brushed by shaman voices unfurled, beating hearts of thunder, sonically sublime, rhythm in your head, but so out of time.
Música, revolution. Música, revolution.
You gotta free yourself.
Y ya usted lo ve, bajándola con el guayo, la rumba con guaguancó, estilo afro-cubano.
Hi, I'm Montana bassist Rob Kohler. I want to thank Doug Wales and Jake Fleming for including me in the CUBUSA Music Project.
All right. We're back.
Great to blend Shane's indigenous music and sound into this, and then
Shane is the Crow Tribe.
The Crow Tribe, yep. I recorded him up in my little studio at home, and took one of his tracks down, or several of his tracks down to Cuba with me. And when we went to Baracoa on the far east end of the island, and we hooked up with some native people of Taino Indian descent, and they were listening to him sing, and they sang on top of that, and that's what actually inspired a lot of the vocals from that song Syncopa. One of the big influences on me for many years has been our space program. And I went through this book I have at home, and all these great photos and all these quotes by these astronauts like Neil Armstrong and many other astronauts. And so I started writing them down and started writing the verses to the song Sensual Blue. And then I wrote that out, sent it to Jake, and said, Jake, how about trying to put some music to this? And he started composing some music to it, and out of the blue he starts into this project with Mark Armstrong and Kaylee Armstrong, the son and granddaughter of Neil Armstrong, for the 50th year commemoration of the Apollo moon landing. And so I came down and met Kaylee, and was wowed by her voice, and finally dawned on me. I was like, I wrote this song that was inspired by your grandfather, and I showed her the lyrics, and she loved it. And so we were all excited about it. And I, at that point, was off to Cuba and took it down to those folks, and they got excited about it and brought in some strings and from a local orchestra, the symphony. And so this is a real special song for me in many different ways. And Kaylee's a great musician.
Yeah, she's an inspiration. Really fun to get to know that family.
Yep.
With this tune, I kind of wanted to reference a little more heavily the Western side of music. So write kind of a sweet R&B-ish like ballad.
I am a voice of the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
I
am a voice
of the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
Soy una voz de la tierra.
I am
a voice
of the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
I am a voice
of the earth.
I am a
voice
of the earth.
I am
a voice
of the earth.
I am
a voice of the earth.
I am a voice of
the earth.
I
am
a voice of
the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
I am
Yo soy
a voice
una voz
of the earth.
de la tierra.
Eu sou uma voz da terra.
मैं इस पृथ्वी की आवाज हूँ.
আমি এই পৃথিবীর কণ্ঠ।
I am a voice of the earth.
Yo soy la voz de la tierra.
I am
a voice of the earth.
Yo soy
Una voz de la tierra.
I
am a voice of the earth.
I am a voice of the earth.
I am a voice
De la tierra.
I am a voice of the earth.
Yo soy
La voz de la tierra.
Así debe. I am a voice of the earth.
A voice of the earth.
Let's all get high together, so high there's nothing to fear. You'll see the world more clearly, love. All boundaries disappear. Yes, love, all boundaries disappear. Let's catch a ride to heaven, look, sneak a peek at paradise. Gracefully turning, she'll capture us, round and slowly melting ice. Yes, love, look it all disappear. Tethered to the sun, she's absorbing. In a dark space, blacker than night. She's thinly veiled and glowing. it could all disappear. Tell her to the sun, she's absorbing in a dark space, blacker than light. She's thinly veiled and glowing love, a white laced sensual delight. Tell her to the sun, she's absorbing in a dark space, blacker than light. She's thinly veiled and glowing love, a white laced sensual delight. She's thinly veiled and glowing love, a white laced sensual blue delight.
To me, CUBUSA means community. The musicians in this project come from very different backgrounds, varying ages, varying cultures, but making música CUBUSA gives us one voice. And that is a voice for the planet. So I'm very proud to be part of this project. My name is Kaylee Armstrong, and love your neighbor every day.
I'm Michael Gillen out of Bozeman, Montana, and I'm proud to be a part of CUBUSA Music.
You'll get to hear Mike Gillen on the upcoming song here, Fender Bender. And this song, Achilles Jorge, the young boy, grew up listening to rock and roll, and that's where he first was hearing Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan and all those people who he admired. But Achilles loves rock and roll. He would often just go off and be shredding his guitar and doing, just going crazy on it, even when it didn't call for it. And we thought, man, we have to write this guy a song where he can just turn loose. And so I sat down and wrote out a song kind of talking about Achilles' life a little bit, and we came up with Fender Bender. So that's the next song that Jake's going to stick on here is Fender Bender. You get to hear Mike Gillen playing the drums for it.
A Cuban boy grows hearing Stevie Ray play rock and roll live from Guantanamo Bay. The only place to fly with nowhere to go was on a classical guitar in Santiago. He dove into the sea and studied the waves, endlessly swimming through melodies played. But he dreamed for a Fender.
Without you, I'm feeling lonely.
a steel string dream suddenly materializes. A classical heart collides with rock and roll. Like a 57 Chevy with a Jimi Hendrix soul. Brakes released, wheels will roll. No way to explain to the public defender. It was just a fender bender on a fender bender.
He had a fender bender. He's a fender bender. He's on a fender bender.
I think we got, there's
Jorge.
There's my brother. Yeah, my brother's in the house. Hey!
So happy. I'm so glad of you guys. You're amazing.
Nice.
Great show. I love it.
Nice.
I'm the voice of the earth too. God bless you.
Yes.
I'm so glad and so happy to be part of this project. Douglas, Jay, my brother.
My
God bless
brother.
you. It's an honor for me. It's my honor. I'm so happy. I can't tell you. I have no words. I can't find the words to express all my emotions tonight. It's an amazing show. Thank you very much. That project is the future in our friendship between our countries. I hope so. That's a project, that kind of project we needed. Please, so sorry my bad English.
No, your English
But
is much
that
better.
kind of project is the project that we need to be closer between the people. The people is the most important thing in the world, the human being. And we are working for the human being, for the nature, for the environment. Nothing is more important than the human being. That's very, very, very good. I love it. You have all my support with my bad English, all my playing for free. You don't have to pay anything.
Thanks for being here, Achilles. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks, man.
We will talk to you later.
Okay, God bless you.
All right, brother.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so where are we here?
For Just One Moment.
For my wife Valerie, little Valerie, and this was actually a song that I played for her at her wedding. It was a song about my experiences in Santiago, wanting to share that with her. And I woke up one morning and inspired to write something, and I wrote it down, and this was right towards the end of one of my trips down there recording, and that day, it was a long day. We were working on, I think, Medicine Drum, and at the very end of the day, I talked to Ruben. I said, Ruben, I wrote this song out. It'd be great if you could maybe just sing it, and we could just do something simple so I can just take back and work with Jake on it. Sang it to him how I thought it should sound, and he looked at it, and standing in front of the mic, reading off of my phone, the second time that he even read the lyrics, and there wasn't any melody or anything that had been even created yet. And in the background, you can actually hear Saunders, the guitar player, was noodling around trying to figure out different lines to play on the guitar. And so they played the rhythm track for him to sing against, and I'm listening to him sing it beautifully. And I was scared to look at him because I thought he might mess up, and he was just doing such a great job. So anyway, this is For Just One Moment, and Ruben Lester and Saunders Arzuaga playing the tres guitar.
Stop and breathe for just one moment. Unwind your clock for just a day. Santiago's not a place to hurry. Please allow me this time just to say, break and listen for just one moment. Hear what others are trying to convey. The street vendor is calling out to you. Don't let his offer get away. Wait and hold for just one moment. Feel what's embracing you all to stay. The arms surrounding softly or supportive. Let go, you will find if you may. Pause and taste for just one moment. Inhale the flavors offered on this tray. Close your eye and savor all the spices. It really is the only way. La la la, la la la, di da, la di da di da, da di da, la di di da da da, la di da da da, la di da di do di do di do. Blink and see for just one moment. View their perspective while you play. Open your eyes and see all the beauty. You will understand why they pray. Love each and every moment. Remember what's important and delay. Give us here to remind you. For the time you really need, you cannot pay. Stop and think, stop and love, stop and stay, stop for us. Love each and every moment. It really is the only way.
Like Doug was saying, it was just a last-minute deal. People were moving in and out of the studio. So not only did he do that on one take, he did that with people coming in and out of the studio, talking, playing guitars in the background, and all of that's in some of it's in the track. But we were able to replace the guitar and get
the rhythm guitar.
Yeah, the rhythm guitar, not the trace.
Not the trace.
No, that's gold.
Yeah.
That is gold.
Yep.
Anyway, I think we're moving up into our last tune.
We are, yeah.
Which was also a wild ride.
Yeah, Cuban
for
Taxi.
real.
This was the song. This was the tour that Jake got to accompany me to go down to Cuba, and we met up with Achilles in Havana, and then we got in taxis and took taxis all the way from Havana on a 500-mile trip all the way to Santiago, and stopping and recording people along the way. We had this song kind of laid out, and we had our field equipment, Jake's field equipment and computer, and as we travel across the country, Achilles, knowing so many different people, stopped along the way. And then if we saw a great band some night, we grabbed the musicians, we pulled them in. It was very much recorded like Playing for Change, if you're familiar with Playing for Change, where people are covering well-known cover tunes, by the Stones or whomever, Santana, but this was a totally new song that no one was familiar with, and again, we were looking for that kind of inspired performance. But this song really stands out to me. It's very theatrical, and it really makes me feel like a musical on stage, you might see, the way it came across with all the different parts. The protagonist of the song was the 57 Chevy, because when you travel through Cuba, you can't not notice all the wonderful old cars that they've preserved from back at the end of the 50s, and the 57 Chevy being probably one of the most iconic old cars that you'll see on the road. So here's the song Cuban Taxi. I don't know if you have anything else to add, Jake.
I was just going to say thanks everybody for tuning in. The CUBUSAmusic.com is down there. Please hit that. It's not a link. Just go to the website, perhaps. It'll take you to MontanaHavana.org. If you like this music, you like what's going on, please hang with us. We want to make a lot more of it. And eventually, when things open back up, get together with our brothers and sisters in Cuba and hope ultimately get them here. And get us there, get them here, and move about and bring this music so we can all dance and play and sing together.
Lost in Santiago, searching for the one with tangerine toes, skin darkened by the sun.
She called his cell boy sipping on rum while she waited patiently on the Melicon. Plan was for Havana, late to arrive, no plane tomorrow, bus too long to ride. Wild man running through Santiago, heard a motor rumble, moving up slow.
Hey Yuma, where you from? Need a taxi, take this one. Un momento, I get the door. So where's the chica you're running for?
Well, she's just up the road, not too far away. If we leave right now, should only take a day. You got a nice ride, I can't afford to take it many miles away. You think she can make it?
It's a 57 Chevy, a deluxe Bel Air, two-door convertible, very rare. Has a big V8 with full suspension. Pistons keep pumping, come and ride this engine. Cuban taxi.
It's a 57 Chevy.
Cuban taxi.
It's a 57 Chevy.
So many people rode in this car, rich and famous movie stars. Che Guevara, Bob Selassie, the one who always in a car from me.
Foot on the gas, wind full of heat. We're blazing west over broken concrete. 14
know the riders ain't crates, the chickens, detours, potholes. The meter keeps a ticking. Jesus, I screamed it now for the test. She echoes in my mind.
I wore a sexy dress.
Pedestrians scatter honking horns. Drivers chatter. Prayers from the backseat. Jesus won't save ya. Divas don't wait. Any man will tell ya. Steering is loose. Laughter lighter. Pound bound on the radio. The tempo's tighter. Hey, that's your lady.
500 I pay.
Lo siento, Jesús. I have no change.
Divas don't wait. It's a 57 Chevy. She's beyond compare.
You can see her reflection. Look at her smile. Forget your protection.
Cuban taxi. 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 Cuban taxi.
Okay. Yay. Your voice.
Woo!